Let's do this together! So, I've done this before. I've trusted the process, but this week it was different. Week 1 and 2, and I was feeling great those weeks. I was feeling on top of the world because I was riding the high of the physical changes that I could see in my body and in my face and the way that my clothes were fitting. But in week 3, things changed a lot, and I think I was brought back down to earth a bit. Let me quickly recap what I was eating on days 18, 19, 20, and 21. And when I looked at this footage, I could see how tired I was. It's almost like the joy that I had in week 1 and 2 was fading away. I recognized that in the footage and I took the weekend off. Let's look back on what I was eating.
Good morning, it's the morning of day 18 and all I'm having for breakfast is short rib stew. So yeah, that's going to be breakfast. I generally have lunch at 2 o'clock, so I'll check in then. Hi guys, it's a nice and slow day for me. I'm just doing some editing. I'm actually very tired today, very lethargic. Not sure what's going on. But in any case, drinking additional water today to see maybe I can lift my energy that way. Good morning. I am having 2 very beautiful lamb chops for breakfast, and I just drizzled them. I took them out of the freezer, I salted them, and I drizzled some Vista sauce along the edges, and that is going to be breakfast. That's going to be nice. Mouth watering. I'll see you for lunchtime without any treats because we're doing BBB&E, and on BBB&E you don't get treats.
Okay, it's lunchtime for day 19. Can't believe the time is flying. I've got only one little strippy of pork belly here. I'm still busy with the rest. But I think they're looking pretty much done. So, yep, I think they're done. Let me take them out. I'm not going to have all of them. I think I'm going to have only like 2 pieces. But overall, day 19. It is 7 o'clock. I really wanted to have some steak with Andrew, but he is still working. And I said to him he must let me know when he's on his way because it normally takes him like half an hour to get home. And he still hasn't contacted me. So I'm just going to have the other 2 pieces of that pork belly I made earlier and call it a night. Anyway, guys, hope you're going to have a good evening.
Good morning, guys. Andrew just left for work. I do not feel like getting up today. I do not. It's Friday. I'm supposed to go out for meat. And he's like, you don't have to. I'll take you tomorrow. So I'm not going out for meat today. Here's four strips of pork belly. I'm like, bleh. Like, am I hungry? I know when I start eating, I'll feel hungry. I know I should eat. I know I've had coffee before I've had breakfast. So that could be... I'm just bleh. I don't know if you've ever had those days. I'm just... Ek willie. I don't wanna. I'm gonna eat this. I'm gonna watch some YouTube. Hopefully I'll feel better. But I'll check in at lunchtime. Hi guys. Me and Andrew's been running around all morning. So what I have over here is some biltong that we'll be nibbling on. We're on our way home. Then we've got some thin cut T-bone steaks that I'm gonna make for us for lunch. So when I eat that, I'll check in with you. It's now 12 o'clock, so we're a bit hungry and we're nibbling. Okay, bye.
Good evening, guys. It's around 6 o'clock. I said to you I'll show you my thin cut T-bones that I made for lunch, and guess what? I didn't. The bad thing about a thin cut T-bone is the fact that you literally do it for 3 minutes on the one side, 5 minutes on the other side, and you take it out. So you don't get that nice crispy crust, which isn't ideal, but it suits my wallet. So I need to decide which one I want. For dinner is lovely short rib stew. And that's about that for food, and a wrap up for day 21. I can't believe it's been 21 days. It's exactly 3 weeks. Last week of BBB&E is ahead, and I am excited. So if you didn't see my previous video, it was about what I was missing on the BBB&E challenge. And I really thought to myself that if I made the video and I put it out there, I can move on, because I had this no nonsense fixated mindset of this is my boundary and that's where I'm living. But for the first time, I heard myself thinking, is this really working? What if I only, just this one time? It's that internal dialect that always shows up at the worst time. It's whispering in my ear that you've never reached your goal weight before. That why would this time be different? That talk that's in your ear that you have with yourself. So that voice is what I over the weekend come to realize, that is the edge of my slippery slope. If I give into that voice, I'm out. And it will take me weeks, sometimes months, and in this past case, years. It took me a year and a half to get back into, getting my eating habits back under control. So it's like putting the lid on the pressure cooker type of thing. Right. So let's be clear about what I'm trying to say. I am not struggling with the BBB&E challenge. I am not struggling to be carnivore or to stay carnivore. I am not craving sugar and I am not struggling hunger. What I'm currently battling with is my mindset. Because when you do everything right and you know you're on track and you're ticking over and you're in that time space of consistency over time will give you results, that is where I can start struggling with my brain whispering to me. And it is saying it's not working. After that, I was looking in the mirror later that day. I could not see anything different from when I initially said, "Oh, I can see changes in my face." I can't see anything different from there. And it's heartbreaking. But I know it is a mind space thing. It is something I'm telling myself. It is not a fact or reality. It is my perception. And I now need to change that. I am currently 60 days, as I'm sitting here, 60 days into carnivore, clean carnivore. And I'm on day 21 of the BBB&E challenge. And I'm not going to give up. I'm glad that I've evolved far enough to get so that I can see what is happening. I recognize it for what it is. And I can say, right, if you can't change your mindset, just keep on going. But to fight your mindset the whole time is extremely difficult. So I'm going to have to find a way to change it. Andy from Mission Carnivore's 10,000 step per day challenge is starting on the 1st of July, and I'm hoping that I can use that to refocus. I would like to trust that the next set of measurements that I take at the end of the month will have a decent result. When I started not only the challenge but Clean Carnivore 60 days ago, I said that every single month there will be one focus that I will be focusing on to take me to the next step. My first month was Clean Carnivore. My second month is BBB&E. My third month will be Clean Carnivore and a 10,000 step a day challenge. I just need to say that I will trust that the next set of measurements I take is good enough, because we expect, it's like when you resell something that you're decluttering, you expect to get $15, $20 for the item, but it's only worth $5 in reality. So you put a larger monetary value on something that you personally own. And I feel like that is what I'm doing now. Taking my mind, I'm already finishing the challenge and I'm already disappointed with the results, even though it's not finished. 9 days is more than a week left on this challenge. And if I'm going to trust the mindset and what it's telling me, I'm not going to finish strong and I won't be able to finish at all, actually. We've all been there. We all know where this is going to end if I can't wrap my head around my mindset. With all that being said, let me know. Have you ever tried everything and do everything right and feel like you're not making progress? When you're in a phase where you're not tracking the scale or the centimeters, like I am now, I'm in a 30-day challenge. I took my centimeters at the beginning. I will take it again on the 30th. We're currently on day 21. So there's nothing for me to weigh up on where I'm landing, if I'm doing good or not. So there's no chart of progress. So I feel like I'm doing everything right, but I feel like I can't see any changes. I don't see anything happening. Have you ever been there? And then what did you do? Did you give up or did you continue? Tell me what you did in the comments below, please. I would love to know. I do read all my comments and I do comment on all my comments. And if you want to see what I did with my grocery haul this week, we all know my grocery haul and we all know the fact that I can't have my treats, I can't have my cappuccino. So go check it out. There's a nice surprise. It's a treat yourself grocery haul. And that video will drop tomorrow morning. I would love to see you there. If you're on your own journey and you would like to follow along to see how I process what I'm currently going through. So let's do this together, guys. And thank you for being here. Until next one, enjoy living life. Bye.